Hello guys, welcome to another macrame tutorial. So in this tutorial you just need scissors, 2 handles for your bag, and obviously the macrame cord. So let's get it started. So what you need to first do is just find a place to hang your handle. Mine is on an old nail that was hanging a photo frame. Then I just put extra tape just to stabilize it, but you can't see the tape because I removed it because it wasn't like nice to look at. So the first knot you need to do is called a log head knot. I cut the string or the cord into 1 meter. Then I combined the string together, so it was double string, and then it became 550 centimeters. And then how you do this knot is that you're going to put a little part of the combined string on the opposite side of the handle, and then once it's made a loop, you're gonna drag the rest of it over the loop so it makes this knot. So just watch carefully. I'm gonna do it in slow motion. I'm just gonna find an angle that's a bit clearer to see, and then do that in slow motion so you can see how to do a log head knot. So I made 10 of these knots with 10 strings because that's how many my handle allowed. But I was also happy with it because I didn't want a very big bag because it's the first time that I ever made a bag. So I don't want to make it too big and I get overwhelmed. So now we'll be making a square knot. A square knot is combining 2 of the log head knots, and only 2 of the strands will be working, the extreme left and the extreme right of the 2 log head knots. I hope that makes sense. If you lose me talking, just watch more like clearly. I'll try and make it as slow motion as possible so you guys can see what basically a square knot is. That you're going to take 2 of the log heads, so the extreme left is going to go underneath the extreme right, and then once it's made a loop, that string is going to go over that loop and go and transition into the other side to make a knot. But I'm going to make everything very slow motion so you can see how I do it, or how it's done actually, because I've learned from other people as well. So what I'll be doing here now is just making the bag wider because I feel like I've reached enough of like the beginning of the bag. That's correct English. So what I do is just add extra string on each side, left and right side. And I'll apply the square knot method here, which basically means out of the 4 strings, the extreme left and the extreme right are the only one that are moving. You take the extreme left and move it above the 2 stationary knots, and then the extreme right will go underneath that one, under the extreme left, underneath the 2 stationary knots, and then where's that loop, it'll go over that loop, above that loop, and come out on top. If that makes sense. Imagine like a dolphin swimming over like those hoops at an aquarium, if that makes sense. But as I said, I'm going to slow motion everything, and then you're going to see how it's done. Okay, now I'll be adding more strings to the sides. I already did the first one, so I'm going to do 7 rows on each side. So you see I'll be adding extra strings on the left and the right side just to make the bag a little bit wider. Still using the square knot method. Sorry guys, I don't know how this happened, but I didn't manage to film the first step or the first seconds of this new step. In this new step, we'll be working our way down. So every new row that you start, you're going to leave out 2 strings. So the first row, I removed the first 2 strings of each side, and as I work my way to the second row of the downward, almost a downward spiral, but the downward step, I add 2 new strings, or I remove 2 new strings to each step. So the first row, I removed 2 strings on each side. Then I moved to the second row, I removed 4, and then 6, 8, until you get to the bottom, and it's like a diamond-shaped bag. But watch what I'm talking about. Okay, so you need to make the exact same piece twice so you can combine the two pieces to make a whole bag. So this one I made yesterday, and then also the one on the left is the one that I just made now to show you guys. So to start making a full bag, you're gonna unite the two pieces together using the extreme left and right of each side, using the square knot method. So what I did is that I did the square knot first to combine the two, and then I worked my way diagonally down. I worked my way diagonally, so I went diagonally left and diagonally right. So this is how the bag looks now. You're just going to combine those two pieces together that have now united to become one. You fold them together, and this is what it looks like. It's so cute. So we're going to work on the remaining parts. You're just going to have to hang it up the opposite way, like opposite to what you just hang it up now, so you can unite the other sides. And we continue with the square knot method. We're going to combine the two pieces together in the center, and then we're going to work our way down diagonally. I hope the correct word is diagonally, but I'm working from like top to bottom in like a diagonal direction. Now that you've combined the strings and the bag started to look a little bit more like a bag, you can fold it back and just continue working in this position and tie all the knots together until the bag is complete. So now the bag is complete. We've united both pieces together. We just have to work on the bottom part of the bag, but already she's looking very cute. So this is the most complicated part of this whole tutorial. We're gonna work so I put the bag face down and I took the first strings of the middle part of the bag, and that's gonna be my stationary cord or my stationary string. And then as I work my way down, I'm gonna add new strings from each side, from the left and the right side. So the first middle cord or the first two strings are the stationary ones, and then as you work your way down, you're gonna grab strings from each side, still using the square knot method. So here's the combined bottom part. Please, 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 please cut your strings way shorter than what I did. I was just too excited to see the end result that I didn't cut it short enough. Just cut it so it doesn't disturb the items in your bag. And yeah, here's the completed bag, and look how cute she is. Thank you guys for watching.